Let's go to the I-24 news correspondent, Sarah Coates. She joins us live from Sderot in southern Israel, which is near the Gaza border. Sarah, good to see you again. Can you give us a sense of what it's like where you are this evening, your time?
Yeah, hello there, Pete. Well, it's pretty quiet, as I'm sure you can see behind me, and that is because these residents of the south are simply not allowed to leave their homes just because of this threat. We're hearing loud booms in the sky above us now. There's just a threat of continuing rockets like we've seen all day today. Now, since 7 a.m. here in Israel, it's now around 11 p.m. local time. In just that time frame, we've seen more than 300 rockets launched from the Gaza Strip into Israeli territory. Now, we were just up the street a little distance away from here just a little earlier, where a house had been directly hit by one of these rockets, leaving a huge gaping hole in the wall there, sending a man to hospital and leaving another neighbour just walking around wondering what on earth had just happened. So we are literally standing right next to a shelter right here where we are. You've literally got 7 seconds to get into a shelter. So you can imagine how traumatic that must be for these residents here. Now, Pete, all of this, as you mentioned, international pressure continues to build on Israel. The Prime Minister Netanyahu having another phone call today with US President Joe Biden, who is calling for a de-escalation in preparation for a ceasefire. But it seems as though Netanyahu is continuing to go about his plan of striking these Hamas targets in the Gaza Strip, saying that he will not stop this operation until he's achieved what he wants to, Pete.
You get a sense, don't you, Sarah, that in terms of a time frame when it comes to Benjamin Netanyahu, he doesn't appear to be thinking anytime soon when it comes to a potential ceasefire. And even sometimes, you know, if history tells us anything, those ceasefires can be very flimsy indeed, and they don't last long.
Yeah, you're certainly right. They can certainly be very, very shaky. Some news just out, actually, regarding this potential ceasefire. One of Hamas's deputies there has just come out to say that it could be implemented by Friday. Now, we know that an Egyptian delegation is on the ground right now, has been speaking to Palestinian officials there in Ramallah in the West Bank. And we know that Germany's Foreign Minister Heiko Maas is set to land here in Israel tomorrow to try and just work through the details of a possible ceasefire and try and get some dialogue through to both sides who clearly don't want to talk to one another. So, you know, at this stage, there are a lot of people here on the ground who just want their lives back. And I'm sure on the Palestinian side, these people there's more than 200 deaths already on that side. And, you know, these people are suffering from these continued air raids on the Strip, with Israel saying that it really wants to make sure it puts Hamas back years. That's in regards to these terror tunnels underneath the Strip. Every night we've been seeing huge airstrikes on these tunnels, with Israel saying it won't stop until these Hamas targets are taken out, Pete.
All right. Sarah Coates, live for us from Sderot.